keeps a yoga mat, wooden blocks, tiny soccer balls, and mini javelins. He uses all of that just for his warm-up routine.
Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Yamamoto's warm-up includes doing headstands and walking on his palms. He uses blocks to work on body positioning, hurls mini soccer balls into a wall to warm up his arm, and then heads to the field to throw mini javelins. I don't think anyone else is stealing his pregame routine anytime soon.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Here's Bobby Witt Jr. He won the high school home run derby in 2018. They held the events between rounds during MLB's home run derby at Nationals Park.
Such a cool experience for Bobby Witt Jr. He had 8 homers in 76 seconds, hitting in front of major leaguers and 43,000 plus fans inside the stadium. Man, my adrenaline would have been pumping in that moment.
And looks like he wants the signs again as he steps off the rubber. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one. Oh, and he hit him.
Well, it's safe to say he won't be getting invited to the charity golf tournament this offseason.
Runner on the go. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. That misses the zone, and now it's even 1-1.
Oh, he's really working him away. This
runner goes again. There's the ball. Throw to second. Save. The pitch. And that one fouled off. No score here in the second. Oh, great grab on the dive. To first. Nicely done for the out. We head to the bottom of the second. Bo Bichette up to the dish. The pitch. That one misses. And that's ball one. Donaldson, the lefty who lights up the radar gun. He features a slider, a four-seamer, a slurve, a forkball, and he works in a sinker. That one finds the zone. That's strike one. And down on strikes he goes. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off. Ketel Marte now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. There's a swing and a drive. That's back there. Gone. He circles the bases. Just like that, they move in front. It's 1-0.
His bat looks like it's in the zone for such a long time, and that gives him the ability to get barrel on it and hit the ball out to any part of the park.
And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty.
One.
Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Nasty fork ball for strike three. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the catcher, Adley Rutschman. And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs, base is empty. Right side, hard hit. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back now in the Bronx. On to the third inning. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Tim Raines. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Edman sprinting for this one. Makes the grab, 1 down. Back to the top of the lineup. Tommy Edman at the plate. He's 0 for 1.
Boog, here's a note on Yamamoto. He won 3 straight Sawamura Awards, the Japanese equivalent of the Cy Young Award, and the last 3 Pacific League Most Valuable Player Awards, which is the first MVP three-peat since Ichiro Suzuki.
Strike 2.
Fair ball, 2 strikes.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 out. Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs. And a foul ball.
Got to be careful here. This is the type of hitter that can punish you even with pitches outside the zone.
And he deals. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. As we go to the last of the 3rd. And here is Trey Turner. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Next offering in there for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Donaldson winds and fires. Just misses with that one.
It's a good take.
1 ball, 2 strikes for them.
Got it by him for the K. So the lineup flips over. Now here is Tim Raines. Going 1. 1 out, bases empty. Not close with that one. And the count even 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Hammered, base hit. Around first, digging for 2. Well, he thought about 2, but he's back to first safely.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever.
Rudder takes off. Swing and a miss.
High leg kick hangs in the air, but he read it nicely, and now in scoring position to add on to this lead.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
Rudder goes again. Got him swinging. Throw to third. Save.
Started as if he knew 100% something off speed's coming here. Well, that was by you.
Now it's Jose Ramirez. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
1's the count.
Raines on third with 2 out. Check swing went around, and that is strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses. The high heat too much. Back here in New York, on to the 4th. And here's the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. In there at the knees. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., that swing so reminiscent of his dad. Lots of pop. And that one is in the dirt. And it's 1-1.
Well, these players just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Swing and a miss. And the count is even, 2-2.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
Pitch misses, and the count is filled up.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
Swings through it for the K. Some high cheese for strike 3. Here's Shohei Ohtani. Went down on strikes his first time through. And there's a ball. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-1. That one missed. Outside low, 3-1.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
Makes the sliding stop. The throw, and very nicely done for the out. And now it's switch hitting third baseman Chipper Jones.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
There's a strike. Outside low, 1-1. Good eye in that spot.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
Swing and a miss. And the count's even at 2. Stays alive. Waves at the bender for the strikeout. Back at Yankee Stadium. Bottom 4. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Donaldson back to work. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Swings through that one out in front that time. The 0-2 from Donaldson. Fights it off. He'll see another. The wide to kick the pitch. And it skips into dirt. And another ball.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Bo Bichette. And a swing and a miss.
You know, this group of hitters showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Guerrero aboard here at first with nobody out. Fought off foul.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
And now it's filled up. Foul tip into the mitt, struck him out. Here's Ketel Marte. He's already homered in this game. Swing and a miss. That one at 1-0-1. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. The 0-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. So 2 down now, and here is Willie Mays. Gets him to chase after that one. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Bringing the cheese on that one.
0-2 now. In the dirt, squirts away from Rutschman. To third, tag, got him. Misplay doesn't cost him. Inning over. New inning getting started. Now the left fielder, Kyle Schwarber. The pitch. There's a strike. Schwarber, in his 9th season, 31 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2014. That misses, and that is ball 1. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. In time. And a drop third strike leads to the first out. Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. He was plunked in his first trip to the plate. There's a swing and a miss.
You know, Boog, this is a player with some serious speed. In 2023, he became the first player in 20 years to record 2 infield hits and an inside-the-park home run in the same game.
A wind in the pitch. Swings over the splitter for strike 3. Here's Adley Rutschman. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Swing and a miss.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at bat.
In the dirt, ball 1. And that's down and away.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
That one misses. And now 3 balls and a strike.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Reigns hauls it in to end the inning. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's some real power at the plate. Willie Mays. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Misses the zone and he gets him to chase. Now a check swing, but he held up.
That pitch wasn't even close, and they still got a check swing out of it. He's going to have to make an adjustment and make it fast.
The high heat, too much on that one. Here's the catcher to hit, Adley Rutschman. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss.
For you growing up in New York City, I mean, you're a big sports fan. Tell me about your experience with the Yankees growing up.
I really went to Shea Stadium more than I did to Yankee Stadium. I grew up a Phillies fan. There was one game, though, that I went to as a kid. I sat in the upper deck. It was the game that Bo Jackson hit 3 homers in his first 3 plate appearances and then hurt a shoulder diving for Deion Sanders inside the park home run. That's probably the most memorable game that I ever attended as a fan at Old Yankee Stadium. Check swing. Now to look down to first. And that's going to be ruled a swing. Comes up empty.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
And that's in the dirt.
2 strikes.
And down on strikes. And a nice inning of work there. Back at Yankee Stadium. And the batter now, Tim Raines. Yamamoto back to work. He's under it. Makes the catch for the out. So the batting order turns over. Standing in is the power hitting second baseman, Tommy Edman. That one fouled off. One down, base is empty. Swings through that one.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. Here's Francisco Lindor, 1 for 2. Oh, he doesn't get the call. 1-0. And a swing and a miss there.
Man, that's just a nasty splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
And the slider just misses. Swing and a miss. 2-2 now.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Rutschman on to first in time. So the drop 3rd strike doesn't hurt him, and that's that. Back in New York, bottom of the 6th inning. Digging in is the switch inning outfielder, Tim Raines. 0-1. Singing 4 homers in 22 games at Old Yankee Stadium. What do you remember?
Well, I remember my rookie year hitting 2 in one game. And, before that game in the clubhouse, there was a gentleman there who owned a suit company there in downtown Manhattan. And he said to me, "Hey, kid, you hit a home run in the game tonight. Come over to the store tomorrow and I'll give you a free suit."
Just missed.
So I went into the game. I happened to hit 2. When I walked into the store the next day, and he looked at me, he said, "You're trying to put me out of business, aren't you?" And that was a great experience that I had as a rookie playing against the Yankees, playing in New York.
To first, and that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. Soto at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there. And he blows that one by him at 100. So did Super Joe give you 2 suits?
Super Joe hooked me up with 2 suits.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. 7 in a row by way of the K. Ramirez stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Check swing. He went. 1 ball, 1 strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
2 down, nobody on. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss. Got him swinging. He's now struck out 8 in a row. Back for more from the Bronx. And now the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. The right-hander back to work. There's the strike.
Some hitters are just more confident. If they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher, they don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Now 1-1. Mays has it sized up. Makes the grab, 1 away. Next to hit, Shohei Ohtani. Close, but called a ball. And that's ball 1. So now a pinch hitter, Hank Aaron. Looking to start something with 1 gone. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. Almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Holding on to a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. Good eye right there. Fouls 1 away, and now 3-2. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Jones in the box now. Takes strike 1. Hank stands at first with 1 out. That's back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. With a single base runner, because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead.
Big situation right here. You got some speed over there at first base. He represents the tying run. Question is, do you send him and get him in the scoring position, or do you let that batter swing and maybe put you ahead?
Just missed. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Swing and a miss. It's 2-2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Checks his swing. Now an appeal to first. And he held back, according to Larry Bullard. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Not what he wanted to do there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive and gives this offense a good chance to cut into their deficit.
So first and second with 2 outs. And now Bobby Witt Jr. And fouled off. And the 0-1. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. So the tying run at second.
That's the ball.
In the dirt. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Kicks and fires. And that's in the dirt. 2-2.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there like he can.
Strike 3. Got him swinging. Inning over. That's a crucial. And welcome back to the ballpark. And here's the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Swing and a miss.
Seems like the hitters are struggling with their timing today. Kind of caught in between that sharp fastball and the nasty slider. I'd like to see him settle on a consistent pitch.
And the 0-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Got him. And that's 9 in a row. Now, Bo Bichette, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Right back to him on the mound. And Bichette is retired.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
The wind to the pitch. And that's a base hit. The throw is wild, and it gets away. The tag, and they get him. So a sloppy play there, but it ends the inning. Back in the Bronx, ready to begin the 8th. And now the catcher comes up to him. Adley Rutschman. That's in there. 0-1. And a strike right through there. That one at triple digits. Going to count 1 and 2. Wouldn't chase that time. 2-2 on the way. Caught him looking for the K. And now the right fielder, Tim Raines. Way high there. Ball 1.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
And that one hit 97 on the gun.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
And a pitch. And a swing and a miss. And there's 2 away. And here comes Tommy Edman. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Close one, doesn't get the call. And it's 1-0. And a swing and a miss.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Next pitch misses way outside. Trying to hold a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. Next pitch is outside. Ramirez slings to first, and they get Edman for the out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Back to the Bronx, on to the bottom of the 8th. Now here is Willie Mays. Swings and misses, and it's 0-1. A little out front there as he swings through it. Next offering upstairs.
1 ball, 2 strikes, count.
And another ball.
All right, so in this at bat, he's seeing a couple of off-speed pitches, now back-to-back fastballs. In this count, you definitely got to stay back. Make sure you don't get out in front and be prepared to shorten up and hit the ball the other way.
And now the switch hitting catcher, Adley Rutschman. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. They say you win.
Well, just about to hit that century mark, 100 pitches for this game.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-2.
Flails at that one. It's a strikeout. Here's Trey Turner. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
2 outs. And now 2 balls and a strike. He swings and fouls one off. Two now. Battling here as he fouls it away. And they'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And we're back. And now it's Frankie Lindor. And the pitch. That one not close. And that's ball 1. In there at the knees for a strike. The 1-1. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Pitch in the dirt, and it's 2-2. And there's a ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
They're not ready to go home quite yet.
And now the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. First pitch just misses.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
1-1.
With the tying run on at first, here at the top of the 9th. And a good eye there.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
3 balls, 1.
This one in the dirt. And the runner holds. The 3-1. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. And a swing and a miss. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. So now a move being made for a pinch hitter, Jimmy Rollins.
And this is a big at bat coming, Boog. Definitely a little added pressure on him here.
Substitution now at first base. Coming in as the pinch runner, Trey Turner. Wouldn't chase that time.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
And there's a hit. Tough spot for the pinch hitter, and he delivers.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
That one finds the zone, and it's 0-2.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to happen with 2 strikes.
In the dirt, but kept close. Nice job behind the plate there. 1 out. The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. And that one missing low. Snap throw. Righty to the plate. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
Double steal. Pitch is low. Throw to third. Too late. Safe. Double steal. One out. The go-ahead run is at second. And now we'll step off and check on third. And a pitch. And there's ball 4.
Pretty much the last thing you want from your bullpen arms are free passes, especially in spots like this. Make the team earn their way on.
Here's Mookie now. Golden opportunity right here. Strike 1.
0-1's the count. That's a ball.
In the dirt. Wow, that's a great job behind the dish there. And the infield fly is called. So they're down to their final out. And now Bobby Witt Jr. trying to deliver as the hero. Ball 1, no strikes.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. Swung on, belted. Back there. Gone! Grand slam! Oh my! And they lead it. It's 4-1. So 2 down, digging in. Adley Rutschman. High fly ball out towards left field. Reigns going back, leaping, and it's gone. It just got out of here. It's 5-1.
Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
And now Tim Raines. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time. And it's even up.
He doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
And here it comes. Swings and misses on the fastball. Back at Yankee Stadium, bottom. Nine. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Tim Raines. The pitch. Outside. 1-0.
If you're on the mound right now, you know you have to retire this hitter. If he gets on base, it could open up the floodgates for this offense to score some runs.
Sliced hard but foul. The pitch.
3 balls, 1 strike.
And he walked him.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
New pitcher now, Eric Gagne.
He's got a wicked breaking ball in his arsenal, and it's definitely one of his go-to pitches when he needs an out.
Pitch misses there, and that's ball 1.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the
runner on the go. Swing and a miss.
1 ball.
Safe at second, and that was not close. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. He's 2 outs away. Here's the third baseman, Jose Ramirez. Foul ball. Raines leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 down. Next to hit, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And first offering is fouled off. Man at second. And that one hammered. That's back there. Tattooed and gone. A gigantic blast. And they're chipping away. It's 5-3.
When you have a team that hits home runs at such a high rate, they can get back in the ball game so quickly. That's why that leadoff walk was extremely costly.
They're down to their final strike.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
1 strike away. Foul ball still 0-2. 2 down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
This was by no means an offensive outburst. Only 4 hits the entire game, but good teams find a way to win, and they did.
The 5-3 final.
Cranking my motor. revving my engine, chilling the AC till it's colder than a breeze in Alaska. Sunshine like the winter time just passed us. Watching for laws and jackers, cause you're too clean to be taken. I keep it tucked off in my clothes, you'll never catch me out your bucket.